Anyone getting sick of cold starts yet? Because I'm not. Behold. Hi, I'm Chad, and welcome to another motovlog aboard my 2017 Aprilia Tuono V4 1100 factory. In today's video, we will be talking about one of the features that I use every time I ride this bike. And in a lot of cases, particularly on the road, I'll use this feature close to half the time I'm riding, maybe more than that. And it's a feature that you've all been watching me using if you have been subscribed and watching my recent videos. If you haven't, I'd love it if you'd subscribe. It'd be fantastic. I post videos on a weekly basis on my Tuono V4 factory, as well as on my Yamaha WR250X Supermoto, doing little wheelies, and less frequently on my Daytona 675R race bike that I club race. So again, would love to have you on board for the ride. If you think you would be friends, go ahead and give me a gentle little click of the like button as well. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. So the feature we're talking about today is cruise control, which is definitely one of those features that I don't think gets the kind of attention and thought that it probably should when it comes to the Tuono V4, or really any kind of superbike slash hyper naked type machines. Just like that, cruise control is back on. Yeehaw! So it might seem like a silly feature, especially on a 200 plus horsepower superbike, or in this case 175 horsepower hyper naked, that is really just meant to be a hooligan machine for light street use and some aggressive racetrack use, and obviously a feature you would never use on the racetrack, because if you're cruising, you are slowing yourself down. But on the street, incredibly convenient. So there isn't a whole lot to the system. It's pretty straightforward. You enable cruise control, you set it at a speed, and the bike takes care of the rest. It will hold the throttle bodies open steady, keep air coming into the engine, mixing fuel with that air, and keep your revs at a constant speed, thus keeping your wheels turning at a constant speed. The bike can detect when you are accelerating or decelerating, so if you're going up a hill, cruise control is set, and you're decelerating a little bit, it will compensate for that, open the throttle bodies just a smidge more, making a little bit more power to help you climb up that hill until you've reached the peak, at which point it'll close the throttle bodies slightly again to maintain that constant speed. But then of course, if you're going down a hill, the bike will close the throttle bodies, although with the race map selected and the reduced engine braking, this doesn't slow you down that much, but it does more than if it just left the throttle bodies at that constant state. It does not have the fancy radar-enabled adaptive cruise control that is starting to work its way into some of those higher-end bikes, such as the Ducati Multistrada V4. But nonetheless, cruise control. Look at this. It's set. I'm sitting here. I can relax since there's no other cars on the road right in front of me. Stretch my back out a little bit. Prevent my wrist from cramping up from holding the throttle in a constant position for so long. Such huge benefit. You know, this is the type of bike that I think a lot of experienced riders look at when they're thinking of something that they can really do it all with, including canyon carving, which, in a lot of cases, requires an hour plus of highway travel prior to actually reaching a canyon road that is reasonably carvable. I wouldn't consider this to be one. You'd have to be going like 110 miles an hour to get your knee down through here. But nonetheless, you just want to sit back and listen to your beautiful V4 exhaust note, enjoy the scenery, take in the smells, feel the air. It's a great great way to do that too. Controlling cruise control is pretty straightforward on this bike. I'm going to walk you through every aspect of it naturally because that is how I do. So there's this switch on the left handlebar right here. You see AWC, plus, minus, and cruise. So this switch is what allows you to set and change your cruise speed. So first you have to have cruise control enabled. So I'm going to start with it off. So right now, can't set cruise, not going to do anything. So you hold the cruise button down into the switch set. Now as you can see, the green light is flashing. That lets you know that cruise is ready and not set. And then next to the speedometer, you have your cruise speed, and it is flashing, letting me know for which speed it would be if I were to resume that speed. From here, I simply press the button in, and my speed is now set. If I don't want to cancel cruise control, but want to increase my speed, flip the switch up. That increases at 1 to 2 miles per hour at a time. Or if I want to slow down, just flick it down. Again, it'll adjust your speed 1 to 2 miles per hour at a time. Alternatively, if you need to accelerate to pass a car, you can still do that. No car to pass there, but throttle is closed. And now it just picked up my cruise speed once I reached it again. There's a few different ways you can cancel cruise control. The first is by simply pressing the switch in like you would do to set it. Now it is off. Alternatively, the throttle, being a sophisticated ride-by-wire throttle on the Tuono V4 and RS V4, which, by the way, all of this applies to the 2017 to 2020 RS V4s as well. But cruise set, click the throttle forward with your right hand towards the brake lever, canceled. And then, of course, as like with basic car cruise control, if you need to use the brakes in a hurry and your cruise is set, cancels it as well. And if you want to resume your cruise speed, you can also, with cruise control ready but not set, just hold the switch up for a couple of seconds. There you go. Picks right back up once you're at that speed. So yeah, pretty straightforward feature, and again, something that you wouldn't really think you'd need, but having been able to use this for the last year and a half or so, both on this Tuono factory and my previous Tuono, my 2017 RR, it is quite nice. And I cannot imagine having a naked bike that does not have this feature now. Bit of a game changer, kind of like an intercom headset. It just makes your riding that much more enjoyable. You don't have to use it if you want to carve up the canyons and go fast or hit the racetrack, but once you finish strutting the gnar and you're just cruising on the highway, sore from a long day of fun riding, it's quite nice to just set your cruise control and loosen up that right hand and enjoy the ride. And then, of course, the way the cruise control system is enabled is through a variety of electronic assistance sensors, just like the rest of the APRC suite of rider aids. So this bike is equipped with a ride-by-wire throttle, meaning that there is an electronic sensor in the throttle tube and an electrical wire that runs to the ECU. The ECU then connects to a servo motor or servo motors on the throttle bodies, enabling it to control that throttle position. It corresponds to your throttle input, of course, but being that it is electronic, it does give the ECU the capability to override your inputs, thus putting those throttle bodies in a constant position via those servo motors, only adjusting when you take control back with the throttle itself, or when the bike senses you decelerating or accelerating when you should not be according to your cruise speed. So yeah, cruise control, pretty straightforward, works just like you would expect it to, I think. Very similar to basic car cruise control, but definitely something that I'm quite impressed with, something I never ever pictured myself having on a motorcycle, but now that I have it, Can't imagine life without it. And with that, while using cruise control, I think it's time to wrap this one up. So thank you so much for watching. If you have not already, please consider giving this video a gentle little click of the like button if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing for more motorcycling content. I'm posting videos on a weekly basis, shenanigans on my Tuono V4 factory, my Yamaha WR250X Supermoto, and my Triumph Daytona 675R race bike, which I am club racing, as I mentioned before. Turn those notifications on if you do subscribe, and I will hope to catch you in the next one. Until then, later.